This is DownHome Sports, covering the best sports and student athletes in Ellis County. Brought to you by Pinnacle Bank with ATM Live, powered by the people. Not just another bank in Texas, but Texas in a bank. The United States Marine Corps, the fighting spirit of an entire nation. Doe City Pizza and Burgers. For the best in artisan pizza and burgers, go to Doe City in Red Oak, Texas, across from the high school. It is delicious.
And Superstar Collision, located on Highway 67 in Cedar Hill. To get it done right, choose Superstar Collision for your automotive repairs. Hey, Ellis County, guess what? We got Red Oak softball right here, and man, they're ready to make a run this year. Coach, we're going to start off this season. Y'all are going 6-6 on your record thus far, scoring some runs. I think there's only one under 3 on the thing that I saw. Just talk about, y'all always had speed. You've always had a little bit of power. It just seems like 1 through 9 right now, you're just slugging it out.
Yeah, we hit the ball well this weekend. We played in Clifton in a out-of-town tournament and hit the ball well. But the big thing for us is just pitching well in the circle. We've pitched well. We're giving up fewer runs this year than we did last year. And so it's keeping us in games to where we can hit the ball and score runs and win.
Pretty good, man. I mean, but y'all have always been good at flashing the leather as well. I know that's one thing that most people don't talk about. Last year I saw y'all's outfield made some great plays out there. Just talk about your outfield and infield and what you think they're capable of this year.
Well, in the outfield, we're led by our seniors out there, Tori Fowler and Giselle Orozco, both going to play college next year. And they attack balls. They don't let a lot of things fall out there. So not a lot of stuff falls that's hit in front of them. You got to really hit the ball really hard and get it over their head to get on base. And so they kind of lead our outfield. And then on the infield we've got some new people. We graduated some seniors last year, and so we do have new people on the infield. But we've been pretty consistent of fielding ground balls and making outs at first base when we need to. And when you can do that, you're going to win games.
Heck yeah, you are. Well, Coach, one of the biggest problems with some of the teams around the county has been trying to find that bond, bring it back over the past couple of years. You bust separations, can't do this, can't do that. This year, y'all are basically like old times. You're getting the tournaments outside of the county, at least out of town, spend some time together. How much do you think it's going to be impacted? I think it's going to be a lot as to how quick these teams are able to bond, that we're able to make those road trip games and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's important. I mean, you always, I think, play better when you respect your teammates and you're out there playing for them, not just for you. And so anytime you can make it as normal as possible, which the last couple of years hasn't been normal. So anytime you can make it as normal as what the kids are used to when they were younger growing up, it's going to do nothing but help our team. Definitely.
Okay. And, Coach Rogers, I just think the one thing I love about your team is you got some team speed. Okay. And when you can push people on the bases and basically force the action and put the pressure on that other pitcher, what's the key to that in y'all's running game this year? I think you got a little bit more speed than you actually had last year. Am I wrong on that?
Our right-handed hitters are definitely faster this year. I think it just with the lefty slappers that can put the ball on the ground, when they can consistently do that, it creates a track meet and it creates confusion and just anxiety for the defense. So the more balls they can put in play and just force the defense to have to make quick plays all night, the odds are that they're not going to be able to do that. And so, it creates that's what happened this weekend. We were able to put the ball in play a lot with our slappers. And so they're constantly on base for our right-handed hitters to either bunt and try to beat it out or to hit the ball with power. So those slappers getting on base and putting the ball in play just gives us that opportunity to create chaos.
Well, I don't think people appreciate either the fact that the district here that's based out of Ellis County, basically for softball, is there ain't no slouches. And you are getting right into it right away.
Yeah, I mean, that we don't have anybody that's that you just have to show up and you get a win. That's definitely good for competition and good you're trying to make a playoff run to get ready, because East Texas is really good in softball. And so these games do matter, obviously, to get to the playoffs, and then trying to get ready for playoffs. Each game does matter. And, there are some teams out there that are not in our district that you just hope you show up and you're going to win. You hope nobody gets hurt. And we don't have any of those in our district this year.
No. I mean, it seems like, just bringing up some of your challengers, University's pitching's gotten better and better every year. It looks like, Midlothian and y'all always fighting it out. Yeah. Joshua, they put up a pretty good fight last year with everybody, and they got a lot of returners this year. But is it not a double-edged sword for y'all? You get this great competition, your kids learn to get gritty, but then when the playoffs come, you're playoff ready.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing about playing in a strong district, is that it's going to make you battle tested and get you ready for what's going to lie ahead of you in the playoffs. Because our district, all of our coaches know that starting with the first round with the Forney district, North Forney, Crandall, those guys are good. In the second round, the same way. So there's no getting in and then being able to relax. So being able to play good teams from day one right now will hopefully only help us to try to compete with those teams in the playoffs.
Well, who are those one or two girls that you're going to kind of lean on this year that are, putting themselves out there as leaders right now?
So I think on the field, you first and foremost, I look at one of our seniors that's new here is Tabitha Jackson. She's going to Henderson State next year to play at the Division II level, and she can swing it. She's hit the ball for power, and she's also one of our pitchers. So she's providing leadership and playing at a high level every game. And then just the outfielders, Tori and Giselle have done a good job. And then you can't ever forget about Dylan Brown, who went 10-2 in district last year, was a newcomer of the year, is pitching well. And we have so much depth right now that we don't have to rely on just one person, which is a great thing for each one of our kids, that they know that they don't have to play at their best for us to win, that their teammates have their back, and that they can get it done as a team and not just as one individual.
Well, and the other thing is, who's that one girl that maybe, you got a lot of players that are getting a lot of looks right now. Who's that one girl out there on the field that you think maybe nobody's really heard about them yet, but by the end of the season, they're going to know their name?
Well, I think right now we have a freshman hitting our 3-hole, Destin Burks. She's taken over at shortstop for us for Brianna Evans, which is huge shoes to fill. Yes. And but she's doing a great job playing shortstop and being consistent there, and she's hitting for power and for average for us as a freshman. So she's really young, and she's gonna each thing right now that she does is new. This will be our first district game tomorrow night. That's just a different experience than playing in a tournament. But she's met every one of those challenges. And so I think that as she grows as a player and gets more experience, that people will start knowing that name as well.
Gotcha. Well, Coach, give us the lineup for the rest of this week. What you got? I know you got one tomorrow and one Friday.
Yeah, we're at Cleburne tomorrow night, and then we host Midlothian on Friday. Hopefully the weather holds out. It's supposed to be cold and raining, so we'll see what the weather does to us. But it's supposed to be hosting Midlothian for our opening district game on Friday.
Well, it's the softball weather. We normally get to see the trainers out there with thermometers trying to get that 1 more degree down so they can go home. But no. Well, Coach, it is National Trainers Month, and Trainer Appreciation Month in Texas. What's something that the trainers do that you're just really thankful for?
Well, this year, Alex this is his first year here with us, and he's just been amazing. He's met with our kids on multiple occasions, not to just go over injuries, but also prevention things to try to just help our athletes be better players, and helping us with our stretch routine, and just again, not just the kid that is injured that needs to go in for treatment, but trying to help us just perform at a higher level with body movements and flexibility. And so having that resource has been great as well, not just for the prevention, but for actual performance on the field.
Awesome. Coach, I know you're busy. You got a parent meeting tonight for Booster Club. Wish y'all the best of luck, and we'll definitely see you down the road. The burgers.
Welcome to Doe City. How are you doing today?
A menu that allows you to have it just the way you like it. Great, friendly customer service. And all the toppings you can handle. So what do our customers say about Doe City?
We come up here all the time, so we love the pizza and the burgers also.
It's somewhere we can all come and have a good time with our friends and enjoy the good food that they have here. I love the fries.
That it's cooked to order, so you're always going to get it fresh.
Doe City's always a great place to come and hang out with your friends.
Whether it's Tuesday or Friday night after a ball game in Ellis County, guess what? You can always make it over and have a little bit of delicious.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
It's delicious.
So come in or order out at Doe City Pizza and Burgers in Red Oak, Texas.
Well, the best benefit in having True Benefits is the fact that they're easy. You can get a hold of them. It's not 2 days later, a week later, I can make a phone call. If they don't have the answer, they'll get us the answer within 24 hours.
He came to the office and interviewed all of our girls and did a presentation, told them what they were offering, and the girls were able to decide what they needed.
They came in and gave us options both for our company and our employees that were affordable and beneficial for all.
No matter the size of your business or your employees' needs, True Texas Benefits is the partner for you.
Because Ellis County knows the difference.
True Texas Benefits.
In Ellis County, we're always on the run. It's always good to know that someone's always there. Doesn't matter the time of day. With ATM Live, hours are always available. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can always pull right up and talk to someone live for that personal service. Or stop by and visit with the friendly folks inside. Pinnacle Bank, not just another bank in Texas, but Texas in a bank. Member FDIC.
Well, hey, Ellis County, guess what? We got the Midlothian Lady Panthers softball team with us. We got Coach Emily James, we got Anita Gonzalez, and we got Farron A-Day. And they're bringing it on right now. 7-4 district play starts Tuesday. Coach, talk about these two young ladies you got here with you and what's special about them this year.
Oh my, yeah, I mean, we have a cast of personalities, that is for sure. But each one of them brings something unique and something of a different vantage point on the game and something that they're personally knowledgeable about to push forward on the team and to keep everybody accountable and everybody moving towards a common goal. So.
Well, Farron, she said y'all got personalities. Let's talk about the coaching staff real quick. Let's kick it off with Lozo. He's probably one of the biggest personalities out there. What's he doing this year? You know, the one game I got to come see him seemed a little bit different. Does it seem like he's coming with a different approach this year? Farron?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
This year he's really big on, he wants us as a team he's big on communication and energy and uses our energy to feed off of how we do. And he's big on whenever we make a mistake, just, okay, that's fine, clean it up, like pick yourself back up, all of that stuff. And he just wants us out there having fun and trying our best and hitting the ball hard, making everyday plays, and just go out and do what we know how to do, stuff we practice every single day.
Well, and Anita, you know, when you're talking about this team, y'all can pretty much do anything with the ball y'all want to on the offensive side of the ball. Y'all are stealing bags, doubles, triples, a lot of singles, and then, of course, the power element that Coach Lozo absolutely loves. What is it about this team prior to the other teams you've been around that is making this a different team this year?
I guess like the coaching part, the way he coaches is different, like especially with like base running and stuff like that. And he's big on team dynamic and picking each other up and not just anytime we make a mistake or anytime anybody else makes a mistake that we pick the other person up and that we're doing it as a team and then it's not for ourselves.
Coach James, you know, you played the game, you're coaching the game, you're over Castleberry, all that. I know the Panthers used to go over there and play a tournament almost every year. But what is it about this team that you're finding that's extremely special? Is it just the bonds within the team or the way that they're handling things early on this season?
I mean, there's a lot of bonding going on. They are a very tight-knit group of girls. And they're very accountable with each other. If they see something going on that they don't really agree with, they're definitely wants to speak up. And it's in a respectful tone too. And I've never seen a group of girls that are as respectful with each other as this group. And I think that goes to some of Lozo's teachings as well. He's not one to let up on that. But no, they are just very accountable and they all have a common goal and they all want to get to that point. And so I think they understand that the bond is part of that too. So.
Well, Farron, you've done a great job this year of setting the table up for some big hitters. Hitting 455, 10 hits on the season already, 9 singles, 6 stolen bases moving around. Just talk about what that does for your offense and how much pressure you are putting on the opposing teams.
I really think that we have a good variety of hitters. We have a bunch of lefties this year, and we still have a bunch of righties. Our lefties have been taught from various coaches, especially Lozoy. He wants us to be very aggressive with the ball. So he wants us to learn how to power slap, power hit, and be able to play small ball, as in bunting or just soft slapping and stuff. And it's really good because it gives us an opportunity to get a hit or move runners in any situation that we're put in. We always have some sort of situation or strategy that we can use for any play to like score runs. Every run counts is what Lozoy always says. So anything hit hard or soft, anything to get us on, honestly. That's what he teaches, that we should just be aggressive. And I think our variety of this is just.
I mean, is Coach Lazoya actually given a bunt sign this year?
No, sir. He gives us the green light. He gives us what's called the green light, which is any pitch that we like, that we know we can hit or lay down a bunt very well. He lets our slappers read the defense and see what we want to do with the ball, see where our runners are, who we can move in, all of that stuff. So usually it's left up to us. He's given it a couple of times, but usually he gives us the opportunity to choose.
Well, Anita, I know you're a contact hitter. I mean, you can put the power to it a little bit, but you're really putting the ball, just making contact and moving people. And that's important with the lineup that y'all have. But talk about that lineup 1 through 9 every day that's getting out there and how effective that's been.
It's been good because we all bring something different. And Lazoya's, like, he always tells us that it's okay if we get out, as long as we put good barrel to the ball and as long as we have good at-bats and stay competitive. So as long as we're out there trying our best and having fun and not necessarily swinging at balls, then we're doing our job.
Well, Coach James, one of the primary things about the Lady Panthers has been for a long time is just having good at-bats. You know, not just a 3 up, 3 down. It's up there battling. It's up there making their pitcher work a lot harder. Tell me how that's going to, as that continues to build this year, how that might play into y'all's district games.
I think it's pretty amazing the variety of hitters that we do have and whose strengths are what. So I think it helps us lead into taking advantage of pitching and when they do make mistakes, because we have such a variety that whatever kind of pitcher we face, we have someone and a couple, if not a couple of girls that can put the barrel to the ball and make adjustments to them. And I've honestly never had a lineup that's been this fast. It's pretty great how quick our girls are all the way around, that we can take those extra bases and I'm not worried about them being hung up. So we have the opportunity. We just have to put the barrel on the ball to get to it.
Well, and does that not help you? I mean, with all the speed y'all have, I don't think it's been since Marilyn Johnson and a couple of the other girls a few years back that y'all have had this much speed in the outfield. How is that going to play into y'all's defensive pressure and just keeping these other teams at bay?
It helps a lot with the pitchers can, as long as they pitch a strike, let the batter give an opportunity to put the ball in play. Our outfield is basically covered. Same for our infield. We have quick infielders too, and it helps a lot. We get a lot of ground covered. It helps us make a lot of outs that are very needed to get in and out so we can get back onto offense and hit away.
Well, Anita, I was going to come to you with the infield, playing second base, important position in softball. Just how is that infield bonding and how's the communication going just with the infield group?
It's really good. Like, we're always told to cheer up our pitchers, which is big, and we're really good on communication. And I think a big part is trusting each other, like as teammates, and trusting if we throw the ball that they're going to catch it and stuff like that. So it helps whenever we make double plays and stuff like that, that we can trust our teammates.
That's pretty good right there. Well, Coach, we know we got a couple of games coming up. Starting Tuesday's going to start district. Mm-hmm. What is it on those first couple of games? What's the schedule like this opening week?
I mean, we're going to be coming up right out of the gate, some pretty aggressive teams and some pretty quality pitching. But again, we have all the tools. We have everything we need. We just have to keep it all consistent, and everybody's got to buy in for every pitch, every play. But we have everything we need to do it. We just have to put it all together.
And Farron, y'all are juniors this year. I've seen y'all since y'all were freshmen and stuff. Just talk about the mark that this year's team wants to leave on the program.
This year, we are very focused on – sorry, the door was opening. Okay. Anyways, we are very focused on just making the most out of this season. My freshman year was a weird year with COVID and all of that. And then last year I had a knee surgery. So this year we're all focusing on, let's just go out there and do what we know how to do. We've worked so hard in preseason with fundamentals, all the stuff that we're used to as a softball team. And as we communicate and have fun, we just want to see how far we can get and compete and be aggressive.
Well, and Anita, Farron brought this up, right? Last year y'all had to say, quote unquote, separated on the bus. The year before that, it was I don't even know how we had a season get away with it, get through the season for softball. But does it not make it better this year to be able to have those team dinners with no rules and things? Somebody pulling that aux cord out and getting the bus going, big things. And those are big things, right? Because I think most high school players will remember those bus rides sometimes more than some of the wins. That's your biggest memories, those times together. How is that making it a lot easier for y'all to bond so early in the season?
Yeah, I feel like our team dynamic is great this year. Like, it's definitely different from last year just because we can do so much more and we can do more bonding stuff, especially like this past travel trip. We got to know each other a lot better, and that always helps on the field. And being able to, like you said, like the aux cord and stuff like that, I feel like our team has like one of the best energies ever. Like, we can get so hyped, and whenever we do, we always play our best, and it's just really fun, and we always make good memories.
Well, Farron, I'm going to come back up to you real quick. After all the tournaments and stuff, what would be the one thing that you as a player would say y'all need to improve on?
The only thing I think that we need to improve on, we have great energy always at the beginning of our tournaments, our games. We're always very good at communication and all that. Our only issue is towards the end of the game, we fall slow, we get carried away. And the only thing we need to build up is our stamina on just keeping the energy up and all that stuff, which I think that will easily come as we slow down. Getting to district, we'll start coming in more aggressive, and we'll work on that in practices.
Anita, what's that one thing that you think that y'all are absolutely great at right now after the tournaments?
I think just whenever we do make mistakes and stuff like that, that we know how to encourage each other, and that we never give up and we never put anybody down. Like, we're always very positive. And if somebody else makes a mistake, that we're right behind them to pick them up, because it is a team effort and we do that well.
Coach James, how great is it from a coaching standpoint to hear young women that are on the field working hard and are self-aware enough to identify the things that they're good at, the things they need to work on throughout this season?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, they're very strong, analytical group of girls. So they know what I'm doing and they know when to ask. That's the amazing thing, is it's not I made a mistake, I want to try to hide it. It's, what do I need to fix? How do I fix it? I felt like this was off. What do you see? Like, they are very straightforward with it. And that, again, points to that common goal of we're trying to get somewhere and we want to prove a point that softball is a competitive sport, and that's why we're here.
Well, Coach James, first two games out of the bat, what do we got on as far as games this coming week?
We have Ennis coming in on Tuesday at home at 7. JV is at 5. And then we have Red Oak at Red Oak on Friday. So 2 competitive games, but I think we've got it. So.
Well, let me tell you, it's a little bit of a fun district to play in, huh, Ade?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, Anita.
Let's go, Panthers!
Of course. There we go. Had to get that in for sure. Oh, we won't edit that. Okay.
Okay. Okay. He did the slide, the gritty, everything across home plate too. So
exactly. Well, Anita, who's that one person that, you got Coach Scales that's normally there with y'all right now. He's recovering from an injury himself. But who's that one person that just makes the season fun?
The one person?
Yeah, I'm going to give you one person.
They're 2 people, but they're basically one.
Okay.
Megan Hall and Rylan McFalls, they are they're hilarious, and they always know how to make a good time out of literally anything. And we're all just real good buds. So that makes things great.
And today, who's your ride or die?
My ride or die is Carson Kitchens. I've grown up playing softball with her forever. We know when each other are hurt, when we're happy, when we've done good, when we've done bad. She is also, our whole team is very good about keeping each other up, and we all make the games fun, whether we're losing or winning. But definitely Carson Kitchens.
Okay, well, Coach, I'm going to ask you about this. Kitchens so far on the year, 16 hits, 6 singles, 5 doubles, 1 trip, and 4 home runs, 5 stolen bases. I mean, how more of a complete offense, and that's not to mention her glove. Okay, let's not forget her glove there. But she's batting 533. And then you got Hoggett on the backside, who's the power queen. And just how much does it mean to the team when you've got a solid first baseman like Hoggett, and they're both solid hitters, and they can kind of protect each other around the lineup?
Mm-hmm. I know it means a lot to our pitching staff to have them both there, both very strong leaders, both very strong-willed girls, and both very open to adjusting to situations. They'll do pretty much anything we ask, which is pretty amazing. When you have very strong-willed kids, sometimes that's the harder part, but they bought in. They are in for the long haul, and they know that this is something that they love, and they want to help continue to push that with the other girls too. So.
And I mean, the amazing thing is some of these home runs are not pulled. They're oppos. Yeah. I mean, just talk about the strength right there. I mean, with all these girls, I mean, you've seen a lot of opposite field hits thus far this season. That means they're being patient at the plate. Well, I mean, is that not going to feed into a really good lineup come district play?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, and that's one of the things that it's very strong with us is that the girls are very patient when they find the ball. We've been talking about their green zones compared to their red zones. And not swinging at those pitches that the pitchers want you to swing at to get those ugly hits. We are very focused on the green and what makes you the better at bat and what's going to help your teammate move or you get onto base so they can move you. So it's not necessarily aiming for those big hits, but getting those solid contacts to get those big hits.
Well, and Coach, I want to hit you with one more thing, okay, before we leave here, which is y'all had a little game between Heritage. Not talking about the winner of the loss there, but talk about the Texas High School Coaches Association and y'all that did that game for the Benevolency Fund and what that means to coaches around the state.
I mean, it's just pretty amazing how much we have of a support system that goes into the Texas pool. It's amazing how many people have reached out and they say like, hey, you guys are doing great. You're helping each other out. You're helping everybody else out.
Time out.
But just the amount of support that even the girls don't realize that they have around the state and within the city, and people recognizing that softball is an up and coming sport and it's not going to go away just because we're not getting all the recognition we need. We're pushing for that. So I think having those backings is very helpful for the girls and for the whole program.
I'm going to tell you folks, you want to go catch some fast action, fun entertainment on a Tuesday or Friday night, go out to a softball game in Ellis County. These girls right here, I've seen them play. They can bring it. They're fast. It's fun. Get out as soon as you can. And by the way, the concession stand ain't that bad over there in Midlothian either. Okay? Got to have you a Frito pie on a Friday night, let me tell you. But ladies, as always, y'all do good this year. Take care. Let's not have any injuries or anything like that to end up the season again. Okay? And go get them.